You alright folks, and welcome back. This is just a quick one really, an update as it were, since it's been quiet on the channel the last week or so. Sorry about that, good reasons I will explain later, but in that quiet time, the beta has appeared! Hallelujah! And you might be expecting me to start pumping out video after video on dungeons and post 85 stuff and basically update anything I've already made mention of regarding Cataclysm thus far. Well, that is the plan long term. However, not all is grand with the beta at the moment where that is concerned. It's a bit empty. Most of what the beta is at this stage is the old world revamp, all the leveling changes associated with that, and making sure things like mastery and armor spec passives are working. That's fine, and it definitely needs to be done, but it's not exactly the most newsworthy of things. I think if you've been watching my stuff on and off or anything like that, it's kind of clear the endgame and so on and so forth is more my remit. I don't really see the point in going over, well, this is 1,000 needles, there was an instant with a whale, and now it's a bit soggy. Yeah. Anyway, there's a small blue post which goes over what is currently on the beta and what isn't, but as of this video, everything post 85 and features like reforging and transmog aren't even available for testing yet. Hell, even goblins and worgens are suspiciously absent. And that's fine, by no means is this a bad thing. The old world revamp is a very big part of Cataclysm, and previous classic expansions didn't really need to worry about this sort of thing, at least not to this degree anyway. So it definitely needs to be worked on, which is, again, fine. The only noteworthy and interesting thing there is Outland and Northrend, because there have been comments made that those regions will receive some kind of tweak or alteration to make them faster to level through, in line with the old world updates and Blizzard's go faster mentality with this expansion. Once more info is out on that, and people can start comparing notes and we get official metrics and things like that, I will definitely be looking to make a video on it, so keep tuned if that is something that interests you. I don't want folk coming away from this thinking I'm knocking Blizzard or the current state of the beta. I'm not. It's literally just opened, and I think looking off the latest stuff is actually a good thing at this stage. Be that either for development purposes or to prevent people from completely ignoring the old world changes and diving headfirst into the post-80 content immediately. The old world needs to be tested, and this is a fairly sensible way of doing it. With the announcement of the beta has also come a more concrete window for release. Now again, as we're recording this, we haven't got a specific date, but on the website and whatnot, Blizzard have added a little thing, like they usually do for expansions, stating that Cataclysm Classic will be released on or before August 31st this year. So that's something, I guess, and a little less nebulous than, it'll be at some point during the summer, we don't really know. But on that same note, it better not be bloody August. I think it's fair to say most people who play Wrath Classic are now ready to move on. The guilds that will kill Lich King have, and those that sadly won't are falling apart. And even the ones that do kill him are struggling to some degree because people are losing interest, which I can't really blame them for. Even I am starting to get a bit weary, and I bloody love Icecrown Citadel. But using myself and my guild as an example here, we can knock out ICC full clears on our first raid night of the week with time to spare. It's just farm content at this point, and we're mainly just picking up the last bits of gear and farming the horses because everyone wants the shiny pony mount. Our other raid day is mostly spent either in Ruby Sanctum or cleaning house with achievements, and yeah, that's fine, I like that, but it's not going to take us the next nearly 6 months to do everything we need to do in regards to achievements. We'll probably be done come May, and then what are we going to do? And even from a personal perspective, I've just cleared up the Argent Tourney for all the mounts, which is currently my primary out-of-raid activity. I'm only shy like 15 or 16, and I've got all the available mounts in Wrath Classic. I've got Mog to farm, I suppose, but I'm trying to sort out my Paladin's dungeon set too at the moment, and that's not going to take me 5 months. Again, I think most people will agree August is way too long a wait for the next expansion without some form of content in between now and then. But given Ruby Sanctum was the last dribble of content we were given in original Wrath before Cata hit, it's not likely we'll see any changes to that this time round. An August release date is just too far away. I'd argue the best time frame, given that the beta has just opened up, would be June at some point, and hopefully the on or before date of the 31st of August isn't their target and is just there for political, legal reasons that I don't really give two shits about. So by no means take this potential release date as gospel. It is subject to change, and I hope to God it is a bit sooner than that. With that said, however, if August is their intent, I'd hazard a guess that we'll have the beta for the next 3 or 4 months, and see the pre-patch in late June, early July, possibly even seeing a staged pre-patch like the original. In fairness, that's the only real way we're going to get a decent beta and a pre-patch that lasts longer than a game of Alterac Valley against a Russian pre-made. As for videos in the meantime then, I am reworking a few of them as a lot of them contain information and speculation on how things in Cata and by extension the beta will work, and I don't really fancy putting out a video saying, ooh, maybe X feature will work like this, if literally the next day we get all the information on said feature. I'd rather get the information, play around with it, and report on what it's actually doing, instead of just guessing from 20 feet away. But fear not, things are still coming, and I, the mighty Carrot, will endeavour to keep you abreast of any developments that I think are worth talking about, really. But that's really that for now. As I said, just want to make a quick thing addressing the beta and the information we currently have to hand. Now, I mentioned the slowness of things the last week or two on the channel. Yeah, well, I had a nasty cold, which meant recording was impossible. I couldn't get 3 words out without choking on my own spit. But other than that, I am actually expecting my firstborn to arrive any day now, and I had to attend to some last-minute decorational changes, which did take up most of my free time that I've had in the last fortnight. That is complete now, and I'm back to having time to waste, and most of that is going to be on rewriting and reworking scripts and waiting with bated breath for more information to rear its head. But that is me for now. Let me know your own thoughts down below and when you reckon we'll see the pre-patch and the release and so on and so forth. And if you want to see more info on the beta and the style of your favourite root vegetable, I'd appreciate if you like, sub, share with your pals and so on, because that'd be just grand. Anyway, have a good one, folks. Bye for now.